stool. Okay, the therapist will be facing forward. Your two hands should be on the posterior lateral sides of the rib cage. Okay, and that's the thumb, the fingertips will be on the thoracic and the lumbar to make extension. Okay, other therapists will be sitting back. Two therapists are required. Okay, one therapist will be sitting in front of the kid. The kid should be sitting in a small stool. Okay. The first therapist will put both the hands on the posterior lateral aspect of the rib cage and stabilizing the thoracic region, the rib cage, and the other therapist will be sitting behind. Okay. The second therapist will be holding at the occiput and at the lower part of the tongue, at the chin. So please do understand. Okay. The therapist who is sitting in front is getting the trunk in alignment. Okay. The second therapist who is sitting back is getting the alignment of the head, neck according to the spine. Understood what I am talking? So when we facilitate like this, the kid can actively engage. We can give some kind of visual feedback by playing, by giving some kind of, by talking. So automatically what happens, the postural trunk muscles will get activated and the trunk muscles will get activated. So by this we can facilitate the neck, the trunk muscles, the postural muscles, the head control. So you understand what I am talking? So this is one method of facilitating the trunk and the neck. Two therapists are required. One therapist will be sitting forward, the other therapist will be sitting backward. Thus, the therapist who is sitting forward will be putting the hands on the posterior lateral aspect of the rib cage. Okay, and slowly stabilizing and pushing the body down. Okay, the second therapist will be sitting behind, holding at the slightly at the occiput and at the lower part of the tongue at the chin level. Okay, this is one kind of facilitation technique. Okay, the next facilitation technique where we can think about is, okay, the kid will be in the next facilitation technique is to facilitate the head and active trunk thoracic rotation or active trunk rotation. Okay, the kid will be in sitting posture, the therapist will be sitting behind. Say example, the kid is sitting in sitting posture with side sitting. Okay, so for this kid, what is the problem is that in most of cerebral cybotonic, head control will not be there. Okay, so make the kid sit side sitting. Okay, your hands should be on the posterior lateral aspect of the rib cage. The thumb should be behind. Okay, the forward fingers should be on the sternum. Okay, so now slowly what happens? Slowly with your thumb from behind, slightly extend the thoracic spine. Okay, once you extend the thoracic spine, automatically the kid will raise the head up. Understand what I am talking? And slowly rotate the thoracic spine. So you are getting thoracic extension, you are getting thoracic rotation, and you are facilitating the head. Understood what I am talking? So this is one way of facilitating the head control with thoracic extension and thoracic rotation. Okay, so this is one kind of exercises to facilitate the thoracic extension and the head control along with trunk rotation.